with that Sequoia, we have like the limited one.
Okay.
So I want to black out all the emblems along the tire. Like what do you call that? I'm not a car guy. That's the thing too. That's why I'm a fake taco dude.
No, man, like, you got it. It looks good though.
You know, I want to black it all out, and I do want to put a small little lift and put some like different wheels and tires on it, man.
Yeah, because even then, like by doing that, honestly, like if we get another snow vid or whatever, or freeze, like you're good. You know, like I have people that have trucks that have they don't have a 4x4. You can't do anything with that. Right. You know, like you get stuck. See,
the Sequoia's not a 4x4 though.
Yeah. Oh, isn't it?
No.
Oh man. I mean, at least you get clearance.
Yeah. It'll just be for looks.
Yeah. Got you. Cool.
But yeah, we're
live.
We should be live.
Are we live right now?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So, man, good to be able to have you on, John Moses. Been knowing you for a number of years.
Yeah.
So, he got a lot going on with his podcast. And so we kind of wanted to bring you on, talking with tacos and kind of do some collaboration there. So yeah, man, appreciate you coming through.
Thanks for pulling up, man.
Yeah, appreciate it. I'm excited, man. I'm excited for tacos. I'm excited to have a conversation. It's cool. Y'all got a sweet setup, man.
Thank you.
It's really nice.
Appreciate it.
Yeah.
And one of the things that I was like looking at whenever you started your podcast was it was like well put together when you first started, and you were super creative already.
Awesome. Appreciate it, man.
And it kind of like transitioned from like real estate, kind of making videos over to like, hey, we're doing like a podcast kind of scenario.
Yeah.
And so you just kind of incorporated both into one.
Yeah.
And it looks like really well put together.
Man, appreciate that, because all of them, the original ones, they were nonsense, dude. They were horrible. But a lot of it, like, we actually been doing videos. Jessica and I have been doing videos for about 2 years, trying to figure out like a rhythm, what kind of works, you know? And even right now, it's still kind of a project, but we're having a lot of fun with it, you know? So it's called Real Talk San Antonio. And basically it's just us. It's smack in the middle of like a podcast where we're delivering like updated news for San Antonio, but it's also like real laid back. Like we're not all like, hey, like Anchorman, you know what I'm saying? But it's real chill. Like it's real cool too, because we get to talk about what's going on in the market. Like even downtown San Antonio, we recently talked about how Spurs are coming back downtown and all that stuff, and how it's growing exponentially. Macombs are doing some crazy stuff down there. So, but we get to have like just a real kickback, laid back format. But it took us a while to actually get there. The one thing though that kind of benefited was that I was doing a lot of marketing for just other companies before, and even for real estate, you know, so the video editing is kind of like my jam, but it does take a lot of time. So eventually that'll be outsourced, right? Yeah. But yeah, it took a lot of time to get to where it's at, but it's a constant project. We're working on it, but we're having a lot of fun. For sure.
So your content is not just about real estate; it's about San Antonio as a whole.
Yeah, San Antonio completely. So we talk about really anything from like even our last episode. We talked about USA, their layoffs, and then we branched off that into like how we're entering into like an entrepreneur thing. So it's not just something specific; it's just what's going on. Keeps you fully updated. We cover the eclipse and all.
Okay, nice.
Oh, dang. Okay.
Yeah, so it's really cool. It's not, but we do talk about real estate. At one point, we do have like this. We just started a new segment called House of the Week.
Yeah,
where we highlight just like a really sweet home and talk about it, and just it's pretty chill.
Yeah. Did you guys get to see the eclipse?
I didn't.
Were you I was gone. No, I was on a flight.
Oh yeah.
And I thought maybe I'd be able to get a view from like the air.
Yeah.
I was in the aisle seat, and then it was just bright the entire time.
Man,
so,
I don't think anybody got to see the eclipse. Dude, the clouds were like.
That's what I heard that too. Yeah. So I wasn't like I wasn't as bummed, because I'm super into like.
And the thing about it is like a lot of people were traveling over here. They even had this like, oh, it's gonna be crazy. Like
airport was
run out.
packed.
Yeah. And then the clouds were like, nah, I ain't seen anything. Like just completely covered it up. So we saw like a glimpse of it. We actually hosted an event out at our office, Coldwell Banker, the Northwest office.
Yeah.
Like we had, like I was making mini tacos and stuff, and then just clouds are like, nope. Like, but it was still, it was cool. And it got dark for maybe a couple of seconds or whatever.
Yeah.
Which was an experience at 1:30, you know.
You're right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, it wasn't like
too crazy. I didn't miss out too much.
No, you didn't miss out.
You didn't miss out too much.
Yeah, because I was in Arizona, so I was like, you know what? Is it coming through here? And I didn't see anybody talking about it, so I was like, all right, maybe not.
Yeah.
It's actually really, really minimalist. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure. But it looks good. Yeah, y'all are running it, but y'all are being a little more technical. So yeah, dude, it happens, man.
Yeah, we ran into like issues like that when we very first started.
Yeah.
And so I'm like, dude, I don't know what I'm doing. And he was like, did you read the instructions? I'm like, no.
Instructions, man.
I was just, I was so excited to get some of these like devices together. And my brother, he's like produces music and stuff like that. So he works like local R&B people. Like he has some singles with like Brian Angel from I don't know, one of those groups back in the day.
Yeah.
Lil Flip, he has like a little album coming out with him or some singles. Nice. And so he has his studio is crazy nice, man. Like multi-million-dollar studio in his house. Damn. And he's like, oh yeah, you can run off something like that. And he was telling us the different connections we can use. I'm like, all right, cool. Yeah. So I just thought we could just plug everything up and we're just like, all right, we'll just run and
but that's all part of it, man. Like you want to get in a really easy flow, but technical things happen all the time, dude. Literally our last episode it happened to us, and I just had to make that adjustment on the editing bay. Yeah, and then it worked out. Yeah.
That's the hardest thing. Like the more I start looking and trying to do research, the more I start finding out more information, and then like I don't get anything accomplished because then I'm like looking into this gadget that I'm like, how did I even get over here if all I wanted to find out was like.
The best thing, honestly, right now, what you guys have is perfect. I would just focus on making content, editing, and throwing it out there. You know, even if it's not the best, still throw it out there because you're going to find some jewels in that. And then, and you're just getting that experience. Because honestly, like what the other hard part is understanding like when to post, how to post, blah, blah, blah. So there's so many layers. So just make the content, edit it the best you can and put it out there and then do your reels and figure it out. And then it'll end up being kind of consistent, for sure.
Okay.
All right. Well,
cool.
Take a bite. Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about your tacos, man, that you got for us.
Man. So look, I got introduced to this tacos when I was like maybe like 10 years ago. Not these specific tacos, but the style of tacos. It's carne asada, not guisada. Guisada is the gravy, right? Yeah. So asada, and then like I was giving it to a maid with like cebolla, cilantro, some lime, and some like salsa verde. Dude,
that's exactly how I like it, bro.
Oh my god, it warmed me to heaven for a little bit. So I brought some from Fajita Express off of Culebra, right from next to the Gold's Gym.
Yeah,
dude, their tacos. They're so good.
Call your name right after the gym, huh?
Yes. Dude, after the gym, I'm like, man, I should eat. I need a carb load. So let's try them out, man. Y'all can let me know what y'all think. But I love these tacos, man.
Down. All right, yeah. Cool. I don't know what salsa y'all want to try. Yeah,
whatever, man. I know up front, Gabby had the what was that?
Is your mouth still on fire?
Yeah, I can eat them. Really? I take the
tortilla.
Yeah.
Oh wow! How about we just start off with that one?
So on it, so.
Start off with the hottest one.
Yeah.
Are you trying to kill me?
Okay. All right. Yeah, I mean that's the one that we've.
Like dip it.
With corn.
Oh man.
No, we.
Oh, he already went in.
Where's okay?
I mean, maybe your spice level's a lot different than me, but.
Yeah. So how we do it is not supposed to like put your finger in it. Nothing.
Yeah.
We'll just put you a little bit on there and.
Is that all right?
Maybe more than a little bit.
Oh man! All right, I'll do it. Yeah, I got some.
And so it's talking with tacos in 3 bites. So basically, it will take 3 different bites throughout and try to finish it. I mean, if you can. I mean, I know it's kind of difficult.
Yeah.
Getting a big mouthful. Pause.
Why we've had it multiple times. This is the one that does hang out and linger.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, it's
me up. All right.
You can go ahead and take your bite if you want to put the camera on him real quick. So, it's a little, it's a little much, but it's good. All right.
Think.
He's like, I don't even taste the meat.
It has a little spread in there, man. It's filling up the. It's going down to the esophagus. 1 second.
Okay.
No, that's actually really good. It's not too bad.
Ready? Yeah, ready. Yeah.
Oh, hold on, man. It's kicking in a little bit. She gave me the bird. I'm taking another bite though. Yeah, that's good though.
That's definitely the hottest one.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna lie.
that we've had.
I feel like the taco took over the sauce. I might have cheated a little bit.
Mm.
Man.
Yeah, that was pretty.
That's good. Hey, thanks for the mimosas.
I added the green salsa on top of it too, so
You
it's
did
been a little overload.
a combo?
Yeah, I did.
We'll try the green salsa from Pita Express next time.
Yeah, it's good though. I always forget because there's salsa verde and then there's green salsa, but the avocado salsa, you know. Oh, that's good. It lingers. It's like in the mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in
It's
there.
gonna like open me up. I'm like,
Your sinus is wrong.
I'm like, oh my goodness.
Dude, I instantly got the hiccups as soon as I took a bite.
That's the worst. Because then you get a
I'm
little.
hoping it doesn't keep coming back. I think I got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, let me take a drink. Golly.
It does feel hotter today, though, right?
I told you when they sit in the fridge, them things get.
Oh, it just sits in this. Yeah.
Oh man,
Man, it is hot.
it's hot.
Yeah, a bunch of babies.
Shoot, I don't think you put that.
I didn't put
as much as
y'all
us,
did,
maybe?
man. Y'all went to town on it.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna struggle to the next bite. So, one thing you might not have known about it, where our whole podcast kind of started was, we started working together. We have a lot of similarities. Just where we come from.
Yeah.
We were born on the same day, different areas, but grew up.
Bro, is this deja vu?
Is that before?
Yeah.
That is all I can do there.
I know.
This
Like,
is
wait a
super
minute.
weird.
It's the whole movie scene. But yeah, so we were actually born on the exact same day.
Yeah.
We're the exact same age.
Yeah.
Just different times. I'm assuming it would be weird if we were born at
That'd
the
be
same
wild,
time.
dude. Wild if y'all were born at the same time.
I know. No, it'd be
Switch that
intense.
birth.
Wait a minute. But yeah, so our birthday is coming up on the 22nd.
Nice.
So
What y'all gonna do?
Dude, I have literally, I probably just gonna relax.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna be gone. So I have quite a bit of travel in between.
Yeah.
Had some travel last week. The next 2 weeks are pretty busy. So
How old are you guys?
turn
38. Turn 38. So we're 37, turn 38. Yeah.
Nice.
I'm close to the.
Okay, now I'm 37.
You're 37?
37.
How old are you? Lady behind the scenes.
Guess how old I look?
12.
I'd go with 28.
No, I'm 24.
Oh, okay.
Hey, you look wise.
Yeah.
Extra 4 years.
I went with the older age just because she's like here with like people that are 10 years older. So I was like,
I always am.
okay.
I always am.
Yeah.
I'm always with old people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
What you gonna do for your birthday?
It's always around the Osa Fiesta stuff like that. So, it's 38 is not nothing special. So my family wants to come down. So we're gonna probably do like oyster bake.
Nice.
I like the country dance, so we'll probably be Thirsty Horse Saturday, and that's probably it. Like,
What do you think about the new Stetsons? The old Cooter Browns compared to Stetsons?
well, I don't want to bust nobody's bubble. No, it's good.
Yeah.
It's not Cooter Browns, obviously.
Yeah.
Like we
In what way? Because I don't even think I've stepped foot in Stetsons yet.
Cooter Brown was at Atmosphere, and on Wednesdays they had Working Women's Wednesdays.
Right.
So basically people were drinking like right after work all the way through the night. Good drink specials, and we can actually have a good time. Like great atmosphere. Everybody knows everybody.
Yep.
You can go in by yourself. Like I don't really know anybody, and
Have a
people
good
are
time.
so welcoming. Like, oh hey man, come over here and hang with us. So it was always a good time. Like every time we went, and this is different. Like. It's like, oh, I'm over here with us. You're over there.
But what?
And
Do you
Go
think
ahead.
it's the specials though, or because I don't know what the specials are right now?
I just think they changed up the layout.
Okay, that's what I was going to ask.
And so now people are kind of just like able to have their own separate space.
Mm.
Where at once, I think when you were as Cooters, we were like, everybody was together. Like
Yeah.
it was
I see
not,
what you're saying.
it was a big kind of open layout and it had tables and stuff, but it was so congested sort of that you had to be with everybody.
Yeah.
Like you couldn't have your own, like, oh, my birthday party's over here without everybody being like right there with your birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that, to me, I think that was it. Like the dance floor is still, it's bigger now probably after they kind of made that adjustment, but
yeah, you see, like I like the changes, the physical changes of it. I think actually makes sense because before you'd walk into Cooter Browns and it was divided. Like it was this side, like pool tables, right?
Yeah.
And then stuff like that. And then you walk in this side, and it was a dance floor, which kind of offered like a cool idea because then people who just wanted to play pool could hang out here and maybe they'll dance every now and then.
Yeah.
But now it's like you walk in and it's just the bar is like a U bar. And it's all the dance floor is a lot more. It's bigger, you know. I see what you're saying though. Like it's just it is different. But I'm curious if it's the layout or if it's the specials because I feel like the layout kind of did it some justice because more people can go, more people could dance, and that's honestly why I don't like Thirsty Horse because it's just too like I really enjoy dancing, but I feel like I'm bumping into everybody.
100%.
And then you can't really have a conversation because you're just like, oh, watch out, hey, wait, oh, like you're constantly, you know.
Yeah.
So that's, but yeah, it hasn't been. When I go to sets and it's been kind of dead, you know. So I'm just curious. I'm curious what your thoughts were, and I wonder if it is the specials. I don't know what's going on Wednesdays over there.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm a big dancer too. So when I go in, I want to be able to just kind of bounce around. Hey, say hi to everybody.
Yeah.
Grab a drink. You know, not too many, just because I don't want to keep sitting it down.
Yeah.
I'd rather just spend my time dancing and then just conversating. So
Yeah.
I do Thirsty Horse now more than I ever have, and on my last two birthdays, it's been. If I can show you the videos, I have to show you later. It's been bad. Like, but I never get like that.
Yeah.
Just because I'm try to be super responsible for the most part.
Yeah.
And so, and so, but on my birthday,
Clear that up.
Yeah. Everybody's like, nah, bro, I hung with you before. I make bad decisions like everybody else, but on that specific day, I know that I have a lot of people with me. So what I'll tend to do is like go overboard just cause I know I'm not driving. I don't, no responsibilities. Like y'all need to take care of me.
Yeah.
But this year, I'm like, nah, I just want to be able to have fun.
Yeah.
I don't want to go to the bar and everybody's like, 4 horsemen. And then I'm like, bro.
With green teas now? Yeah. I can't dance, man. Like, anymore. Like, there's no way. Before I used to be able to hang so much better. Now, maybe I'll get maybe 2 beers and a shot of tequila or something. And I had to let that linger because it's my recovery. It's like 2 days now. Like, it's not the same. Before I used to be able to get up, go to work, function, go out maybe the next night, but no way, dude. But I'm not Wolverine anymore. Yeah.
It's being old, man. Right? That's
so,
what it is. My drinking consists of like dinner.
Yeah,
that's
casual.
I can't even remember the last time I think the last time I went out was probably with you when we went to 151.
Oh yeah.
That's the last time I've probably been to
like a bar.
Well,
here in San Antonio.
It's pretty good, man. I like that place too. It's pretty consistent out there.
Yeah, that was a long time ago too.
Yeah, a couple of months. Yeah, maybe December.
Yeah,
something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that's what my birthday usually consists of. Something small, like he said. He's kind of busy, but man, I'm 40's coming up, which I'm dreading it. So I'm thinking 40, I might go all out and do something like travel or something like that. But
that's cool.
I know one of the things that always like stands out when I look at your social media stuff is your truck, man. Like,
oh yeah, man. That's my. Oh, I have 2 babies. My son. I gotta throw him in there. That's good. Okay, Nathan, I love you. No, but yeah, dude, my truck, man. Shoot, so I'm really big on outdoors and camping and stuff like that. But I had a 350Z and it was like just a 2-seater, and I was like, man, I need a truck, and I started doing some research and I was like, I should probably get something. I'm a nerd, man. Before I purchase anything, I do every research ever, and then I came across something called overlanding, and essentially what it is, it's a hybrid between RV and primitive camping. Right. It's a mix of both worlds.
Yep.
But what's really cool is you can build your truck for off-roading, so you take trails like on places like the primitive sites, right? There's no electrical, nothing like that, and then you carry all the gear on your truck. Yeah. So on my truck, I have like a tent on the back. It's called a hard shell clamshell tent.
Yeah, you got the tent.
Yeah, I got the tent. Dang, yeah, like right now, I don't have anything on it because I'd like to travel light. But when I throw everything on there, I have a tent. I have a canopy that opens up on the side. I have a full kitchen in the back. Like when you open up the tailgate, the tailgate is actually replaced with a cutting table.
Okay.
So I can like cook and stuff like that.
Which
you know?
website do you use for all that? Tacoma Lifestyle or Tacoma?
Tacoma Beast is normally
Tacoma
pretty
Beast?
good,
Okay.
you know, but there is a bunch like Mountain Hatch was the one that did the tailgate. Right now, things are becoming a little bit more affordable, but because it's such a still kind of a new thing, things are kind of expensive. But there's
Oh yes,
CBI, yeah, all those are actually really good companies, man. My favorite though out of all this is my Diamondback cover. Like even recently, I went to I forgot the name of the bar, but they broke into my truck, you know, and they tried to steal my tailgate.
Oh, Bar 7.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, dude, it was so frustrating, man. They broke in my truck, but I have a Diamondback, so it's called Diamondback cover, and you can get in different varieties like the class of the weight and stuff like that. But it sits on my truck bed. You can't get it; it's lock and key, you know. So even if someone tries to get into my tailgate and all that, it just has a security feature that you really can't get in. So I literally bought it because of weatherproofing. So I want my gear stuff like that to be good. And then when we travel, we stop at restaurants. I don't want people taking all my stuff.
Right.
But it's been proven to be one of my favorite mods there, man. But yeah, we travel all over the place, and we've been to Colorado, we've been to New Mexico. We want to go to Utah. We just want to take it all
Utah
over.
would be beautiful, man.
Yeah,
Sure
man.
would.
Yeah. So that's kind of the goal, but it's all in play. This year's been a little chill because the market's been a little. It's been awesome in regards to like the progression. So my time has been tight. But I think on the 27th of this month, there's a place that I found where it's kind of a little bit of both. The only con about living in San Antonio is that there's not a lot of open land, right?
Yeah.
In Texas in general.
Yeah.
But there's a park, I think it's called River something, but you literally can park along the river, the Colorado River in San Antonio. I'm sorry, in Austin, near Austin. And if you get the same feel, you kind of have to travel a little bit off road to it. You park next to it. You can set up your tent and all that, go fishing and all that. So I'll probably be doing that here pretty soon.
Nice.
But it'll be like a weekend here. Yeah.
Have you had any surgeries to the taco where you've like, yeah?
Yeah.
You've
So
done
I
some
did.
cuts?
The only cuts that I did was a Viper cut. Actually, I did two. I did the Viper cut, and also I had to do some clearance for the tires because I got 33s on there.
Okay.
And I got a 3-inch lift on there. Did the full suspension, but it's still like anytime I do like a turn, I don't know the degrees, but a specific turn I start rubbing.
Gotcha.
So we did a Viper cut for the clearance, and then we cleared up some of the space on there. I still get a little bit of rub though when I back up.
Yeah.
But
Nice.
Yeah.
We were talking about that Forerunner earlier because the Forerunner just launched, or they have at least what 2025 is going to look like. And my whole Instagram is like barbecue, Toyota, and then just a bunch of random other stuff. But, but man, so I found this one page of this guy who he went and bought an old Forerunner. And then he also has a Land Cruiser, which I would love to get like a 90s Land Cruiser or like an 87, 88 Land Cruiser. But yeah, he did cuts and like, man, it's just so beautiful. The Toyota, like I just love it like a ton, man. There's things that I want to do to my truck, but like because I don't do everything that you're talking about that you do, that's like, man, just keep it stock. And then
it looks good though. It looks hot.
Yeah, one
I
day
up and I was like, "Hey, all right." I was like, that looks good. It looks good. Yeah.
So I was just at the airport. I was gone for like a week, and I don't know if you ever get like people in Jeeps, but this dude had a Jeep, the Jeep truck.
Yeah, the Gladiator?
The Gladiator, yeah. And he had it all fitted for like overlanding.
Yeah.
And so my family, they left on Friday, so she parked in a different garage, and she dropped me off. And I told her, I was like, yo, just drop me off outside. I'll walk to the car.
Yeah.
And then, so like, I'm walking because I parked at the economy parking or whatever. And as I'm walking, I'm like, damn, this dude's a hater. So like, this dude had a Jeep Gladiator fitted for overland. He parked his truck right next to mine. And I knew he was like, pulled up, probably took a picture and put it on his Jeep page. You know what I mean? Like, cause it's always the fight between tacos and Toyota and Jeep.
You know
what's
funny is I was talking to my friend. She has a Gladiator too.
Okay.
And like we were talking about ducking and all that stuff that they do with the Jeeps. I was like, I'm gonna start doing because I have like a little baby Yoda on a little bobblehead baby Yoda. On my thing. And my grill says Yoda and stuff, and it's kind of like a running thing. Yeah. I was like, screw, I'm just gonna find a bunch of little baby Yodas and start like
putting them on.
Yeah, start putting on trucks and just start a little trend. She's like, it won't catch. I was like, just watch, it's gonna catch. Yeah. Haven't done it yet though. Yeah, but that's cool, man. I love it, man. That's really just also an excuse to get out, man. Just getting away from everything for a moment. Like it just hasn't been with work and all that, it's all that mundane schedule, you know, being able to do something primitive and kind of just be able to like, okay, I have to protect everybody, make sure everything's good. It just channel, like it's a different click in your brain. You know, you get to like do that inner, what is it, like survivor mode. And I think it's super healthy for everybody.
When I first got the truck, I spent at least 2 or 3 hours every day just looking at mods and, just never, I mean, what I do want to do for sure is I want to do my back tail lights.
Yeah.
I put I forget what headlights I had. Like, have you heard of Marimoto or,
I haven't heard of that brand though. Is it a brand or a style?
It's a brand.
Okay.
Anyway, I never did the backlight, so I know for sure I want to do that, but I would have loved to do, you have the cutting board on the back tailgate. Okay. So that I definitely want to do that because I'll tailgate or whatever.
And it comes with little cup holders too.
Yeah.
So that one, honestly, like if anybody ever, there's so many things you can do with the truck, dude. Cause I even also have molly panels on the side of the inside of my truck. So I have like my shovel, my axe. Like a med kit and all that. So like I don't have anything exposed. Like a lot of people with overlanding, they want everything exposed, you know, cause I mean, it looks cool, you know, but for me, I'm all about functionality and, you know, so everything's on the inside. But even with that, like I have all my cooking material and everything there. I made a little spice rack. So when we go out there, just hang that right there. It's like, I got a griddle. Dude. Yeah, it's so much fun. But it really came in handy recently because we went to the solar eclipse event. I just put my truck, I have my canopy out there. We were in a parking lot and I was just cooking from the back, you know. And so it's not only for overland, you can do it for tailgate. Everything. Yeah,
so I have a canopy. Cool. Well, like not a canopy, but like, it's the one that you like will connect to the side of your roof rack and then it just pops out and goes like that.
Exactly.
It's still in the box.
Really?
My wife got it for me. Like when I got she probably had to give it to me in my birthday of 2021.
Yeah. Do you know how big it is? Like, is it like a 6 or an 8?
I don't know, but I'll show it to you because it's still in the box and it has all the dimensions and the instructions. I'm sure.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it comes in handy, man. I've used mine. Mine is literally on mine. It looks like I have a cannon on my truck.
Yeah,
you know, but
nice.
it's literally that. It's an 8-foot canopy, Sky Ridge. And it comes out and you're good. It just gives you that coverage. You know?
Yeah, that's dope, dude.
Yeah, it's cool, man. But yeah, if you're ever down, man, if you want to go camping, let's go. Okay. It's worth it, especially that one spot. I don't remember the name of it, but it's totally worth it. Just a little escape. The kids could run around, it's kid friendly and stuff like that. And it's cool just to, get away from the mundaneness, life. I think that's super important, man. Yeah. Super important.
Do you take it to the beach and stuff or?
Yeah. So I try, honestly, I'm not trying to be a diva, man, but dude, like I love the beach.
Sand.
It's the sand. Yeah. Dude. And then all my gear is so expensive. So, like, I do it anyway now. Like, I just, whatever. Because my son loves going out there. We have, every now and then we'll do like a guy's trip. It's nothing but dudes who go out there and just, and it's really a good experience for him. He's 14 years old. So he loves that stuff. So I'll take my tent out there and stuff. But getting the sand, all that's a pain in the ass.
It is, dude.
Pain in the ass. And all my overland buddies are like, nope. I ain't going to the beach. I ain't taking my gear to the beach. I was like, I don't blame you, man. But yeah, that's really the only thing. But I have taken it. Yeah.
So that's the only other thing that I wanted to add was just like one of those little water pressure tanks. Yeah. Where you can just like, if we go to the beach, just wash them down and then I'll just pick up a kid. Yeah. That's what we do right now. We use water bottles and we just clean them off of sand and we don't let them touch the sand after that. We pick them up and sit them in the ride. So that way.
Do you have a roof rack, right? So, cause I have the water port one.
Oh, okay.
And it's the 4-gallon one. So it's really cool because when I got my tent, it came with the portable room thing. So we have that set up so we can have showers and stuff like that.
Oh, nice.
Man, that thing is amazing.
Is it?
And then on top of that, it has like a pressure valve on there. First, you can pump air in there just in case it runs out of air. Yeah. But it also has a valve release. I built in a air pressure, what's it called? Air compressor. I have air compressor in the trunk. I'm sorry, in the hood of my car. Yeah. So we can air up our tires. So when it's out of air, put more water in there and just put the air pressure in there again, and then you have just constant pressurized water. Yeah. So when we're out there on those big trips, we got just showers for days.
Just got a bidet.
Yeah.
But like I think maybe in the summertime is for me every weekend is River Beach Lake. Yeah. Every weekend. So you see I'm always on the go. Yeah. And so, I mean, I got a truck now, so everybody's like, oh, throw this in. Yeah. And they're like, you got a truck, you got plenty of room. But once you start putting in like cornhole sets and barbecue pits, you're like, dude, I'm loaded down. Yeah. But I try to the one thing I hate the most is going to like the beach and you're in a beach town, obviously all these tourists and stuff, even though you've been a million times. Yeah. the price and everything are so expensive just on like some cups. You're
Yeah.
like you here you'd pay a couple of dollars, over there it's like all right $6. You're like you got to pay it because you're there.
Yeah.
So, but for me to go on that trip and somebody say, "Oh man, I wish we had this," and I got it at home, and I'm like, I don't want to go buy it and I have 2 of these things or whatever. But
Yeah.
I try to do like you do and have as much, like, even if I overpack to have everything I need, where somebody's like, "Oh, I wish I had this like charger here." I'm like, "Oh,
got it."
You
see, that's the thing too. Like with the truck, I have literally everything in there. Like all the recovery stuff. I have the whole med kit thing. I have a big med kit in the back, and I have that little one with aspirin and all that stuff in the middle. But then all that, what's it called? Like battery chargers, everything. I have everything in there. You know, so just in case you go somewhere and someone's like, "Oh, I need this," it's like, I got you. Like even down to like bug spray and all that. Got it, man. Because you're always gonna need that.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Always. Yeah. Even somebody went to the beach and somebody got like stung by a jellyfish.
Ooh, I got you.
Like, yeah. I had like alcohol like wipes and stuff in like a little med kit too, and they're like, perfect. "Oh, this is money." I'm like,
yeah. I love it, man. I love it. That's for my forever truck. I keep my cars forever. You know, like the car that I had, I gave that to Ethan, and he's learning how to drive, and it's standard and everything. So I was like, all right, dude, you'll be good. But then this truck, I'm gonna keep it for a while. I'm probably gonna add a little bit more mods to it, but then which is just like the rear clearance. And I actually had really cool tailgate lights, but whenever you get yours, definitely do some research, because some of them actually throw off the technical part of the truck, and my truck wouldn't start at one point.
And, really?
Yeah, and I got freaked out because I was like, dude, I take care of this truck. It gave me this weird brake notice, and it'd be in the tail light. Jesus, you know. So I ended up just taking it out, putting the stock one, and it works perfectly fine.
Interesting.
You know?
Okay.
Yeah. So if you're gonna do that, then I would definitely look into it.
Okay.
Yeah, but then I know that Tacoma Beasts normally they're pretty good with all that, and they got this new Infinity tail light that's pretty sick.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, but now I have my stock ones on there, but before I had those black ones made a difference. Dude.
Yeah, that's what I want.
Sure.
Yeah.
Nice. Y'all out here living like a totally different life. I'm like, yeah, I know what you're talking about. Nah, I guess this one is like, so somebody was like, "Oh, you're going to do this and do that." And the last truck I got, everybody's like, "Dude, treat your truck like a truck." And I'm like, "Yeah, you're right." Yeah. So I'd like redid my backyard. So I had to get like rock brought in. I had brought sand because I had a pool put in too, but I brought some sand to go underneath the pool. So I was like, y'all just come dump that at the house. It's easier. They did that. And I was going to do the rock, and I was like, "No, you know what? I have a truck. Putting it back in my truck." Yeah. And I was telling the guy when he came with the backhoe, like, "Hey, just be real careful. Like, it's not right in there." He's like, "Yeah, no, I got you, man. I got you." Like the truck. I see rocks like jumping all off my hood. I'm like, "Bro, what are you doing?" Like rocks flying everywhere. So I was like, "That's a truck. I ain't tripping. Like it's a little scratches, like little nicks and stuff around just the top of it." But as time went on, like I did the rocks, I did some sod, grass. Like the guy people were just, man, if you don't do it yourself, nobody understands like how you feel when there like little scratches on it. So I just got this truck. I'm gonna treat it like a car, man. It's gonna be if it goes in the like literally in the back and I can put it in there, it's cool. But I'm not.
You see, and I got this truck because I anticipate I'm getting land in the future. Okay. So I was like, you know what? Let me get a new now, and then just slowly let it wear and tear by the time I get my property or whatever. But now with what we do, man, we go through bushes and stuff like that. You'll see like scratches on everywhere. You know, it's just, I mean, also the color helps because I got that quicksand color, so it doesn't really.
It's just beautiful, man. I love it.
Thanks, man. I got really lucky too because when I went to go get the truck, the guy was like, "Dude, you're literally getting the last." Like one of the last built, they stopped making that color. They discontinued it. They're gonna eventually, I'm sure, bring it back with the TRD model and be like,
the Forerunner. I saw the Forerunner had that quicksand colors.
The new one?
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I saw, nice. Or at least the video promos that were put out.
Yeah, cool. Yeah,
I saw a quicksand color.
Awesome. That'd be great. I love that color.
Me too.
I mean, maybe he was just hyping me up because I was getting the truck, but he was like, dude, you got lucky because they're not making that anymore at all.
Yeah.
It's like, hell yeah, man. Because that's the one I want. I want that color. But yeah, so if you ever want to check it out, though, I have a YouTube channel specifically. Well, it's called Road to Manhood. Road to Manhood essay, but it talks a lot about the trucks and all the mods I did for it, and it kind of goes into detail. But the whole purpose of that channel is supposed to be like learning how to do man stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's
like just
right up my alley.
Yeah, just
Like,
like figuring it out. But even down to, like, we haven't fully made the videos, but I'm also going to be making videos like how to use a ratchet wrench and all that stuff, because those mundane things that we actually sometimes you just don't get taught that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I want to have just videos out there to kind of help anybody out. Anybody that wants to see it. My son's going to be a part of it. He's a huge part of that.
Yeah.
But we talk a lot about our trips. Like I have the whole Colorado trip, the whole big band trips. And I talk about the stuff I've learned out there, the mistakes I made. Things that I'm changing up on the truck to make the experience a little better. So it's really just being completely vulnerable and just being like, I'm learning all this shit too. You know what I'm saying? Let's learn together and kind of doing that. So if you ever want to check it out, it's definitely there.
That's super dope.
Yeah, absolutely, for sure.
Yeah.
Time to get another bite.
Yeah, let's do that.
Let's do it.
You want to try the Fajita Express sauce?
Sure.
Have you tried it? Okay.
Yeah.
We'll try that.
This one is the avocado salsa verde.
Hey, so if you're leaving Thirsty Horse
Mhm.
or Stetson's, it's 2:30. You go to a taco spot. What kind of taco you grabbing?
I go to Whataburger.
He was like, "No, I'm not even."
No, I would be. What kind of taco?
Yeah, like what's your go-to late night? Oh, sorry.
You're good.
Go-to late night taco. You're like, oh, this is gonna hit the spot.
Honestly, you can't go wrong with beef fajita, man.
Okay.
Like, I feel like that's just the safest bet,
Yeah.
Because I really like a guilty pleasure is carne guisada with cheese.
Mm,
Man,
that's my thing.
dude. So
That's
good.
good.
But in the middle of the night, you just can't go wrong with that. But you know who has like insanely good fajitas is Mama Margie's, surprisingly.
Dude, Mama Margie's does. Like we
Some low-key.
low-key started going back there again
Go
here
get your
recently.
bite,
Yeah, go ahead. And they have this like good family pack. I don't know, it's like $20-something bucks or $30.
That's pretty cheap.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Feed the whole family.
Oh yeah, that's super
That's really
cheap.
good.
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
That was not hot.
It's good though.
It's more flavor.
That's what you should have put on your taco the first time.
Yeah. Or she doubled down. You put that one and the spicy one, right?
Yeah.
I think I want some more of that spicy one. Are we gone? Or have we got
It's right there.
Mm-hmm.
This one?
Yeah.
You do like
Yeah. This one lingered pretty well. I liked it.
Yeah, it was good. But no, I started going to Mama Margie's during COVID because...
Margaritas.
Yep.
Oh. Whatever happened to
Chachos?
is it Chachos?
Still there.
Am I thinking about Chachos? There was one on Bandera.
Yeah,
Is it still
Bandier.
there? Is it still there?
Yep.
Am I tripping? Oh, okay.
The inside's closed, I think.
Oh, okay.
Only drive through. Yeah.
So Mama Margie's has really good margaritas. I've never had them.
No, I don't know. Just during COVID, they were like... I think they were the first ones that were doing the
To go.
to go. And you could get the whole... Like, they give you the whole thing.
Like a jug or something, right?
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna lie, during COVID, if anywhere that sold margaritas, I'm going.
Yeah, I would tell
Yeah.
Sam, hey, pick me up a margarita
Yeah.
with that.
Like,
for your
every-
night.
COVID was terrible on me, man. And I know it's all that sugar, but I'm like, if I see in a Taco Cabana, I'm stopping.
Well, the thing about it, I think COVID really affected everybody like that, dude. Like everything got affected, but alcohol sales. It just
Went up, yeah.
Crazy.
man. I think I drank the most of my life. It's during COVID.
Me
dude.
too.
Oh,
But I worked out the
100%.
most too. Like I was actually pretty fit during COVID.
Oh, really?
Yeah, yeah.
Nice,
Oh,
nice.
man,
Yeah,
not me.
not me either, man. I was like, I drank so much, and I was like at home all the time. I was stuck, and I was like, dude, screwed. I'm just might as well. Yeah. That's good. That's good to stay fit.
Yeah.
Though. That's awesome. You're one of the rare ones, man.
Well, I was running a lot at that time, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, that's a whole nother.
Have you do marathons?
I trained for one. That's whenever I like got runner's knee,
Mhm.
and then basically that was the end of my life at that point.
How do you describe runner's knee? Like,
It's
what
just like I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's just like a pain in your knee.
Yeah.
That if you go to a doctor, they're just going to tell you, "Yeah, I don't see nothing."
Oh, gotcha.
So like I would take a break, and what would happen is I would like at that time I'd be like, okay, let me sideline myself
Yeah.
for 2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Then you think you feel good, you go out for a run, And then for me, like after about a mile, between the mile and 2 mile mark, boom, you just feel it in your knee. It's just like soreness.
Yeah.
It's uncomfortable pain, like not pain. It's like mild pain.
Yeah.
But you just
nagging.
know nagging pain.
Yeah.
I
And-
wonder if it's the same thing as me because we have a genetic thing in our family, and we have really weak patella tendons.
Mhm.
So, like on the top and the bottom of my knee, it would agitate. And I ran a lot back then. Like
Mhm.
I did marathons, I did Tour de Cure, the Century Race, and all that
nice.
stuff, Tough Mudders.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, my knee just started hurting like that. It wasn't like a pain. It just like at a specific mile, like it just started being like, "Yo, I'm about to fall out," you know. So
Yeah.
So I was like, "All right, cool." Then the doctor said, "Yeah, like you have like weak patellas." He's like, "You just got to work out in front of work out the muscles around it." You know?
Right.
Which is actually like kind of a cool little blessing because at that point I was like, "Well, let me start weightlifting," and then I started, working out like in that way.
Nice.
But yeah, I'm curious if it's the same thing, maybe, or
I'm
if
sure it
it's-
is because like the doctor told me too, like I need to strengthen something else.
Mm,
And it's like something that you just wouldn't.
yeah.
I mean, you would work it out, but like it's just like I'm not going to take the time to do these stretches, and
Oh, I know.
It's just
Gabby's like, y'all sound so old. I'm like, yeah, so I go to Pilates.
my back.
I'm like, so I go to
I got
this.
my high blood pressure, man.
I literally got a massage today just because I'd be so tense all the time,
You ain't
and
making it better, bro.
I
Yeah.
know. He like, I go to these stretch classes and, just
Yeah.
working on some yoga.
Yeah, but that too. I actually started doing yoga on Wednesday. I mean, I get a lot. Like, but it's been good though. It's been good for like my body actually, because you're so used
I
to
heard,
like,
yeah.
So and it's not bad. It's the regular yoga.
I did hot yoga,
Oh.
Bikram.
Yeah.
Before, you ever done Bikram?
I'll never do hot yoga ever again.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
you threw up or what?
It was just hot.
I hate yoga.
I've never.
No, it's well.
Hot yoga on
On top of it is tough, right? Yeah.
Oh
You
man.
must really hate yourself.
No, I was just really, really fat at that time.
I was going
And-
through some.
So it's like a 90-minute yoga,
Okay.
and it's super hot. Did y'all ever watch the Netflix documentary about Bikram?
Mm-mm.
Well, low key, the dude was kind of creepy or whatever.
Mhm.
Like he kind of saw himself as like a little bit bigger than, like he was part of this yoga community,
Yeah.
and people kind of like quote unquote worship this dude. Like, oh my gosh, this is Bikram. So he came up with this. Every time I would go to this 90-minute hot yoga, you did the same steps
Yeah.
every single time. You
Mhm.
started off with this breathing thing, and you do the same movements. It never changed.
Yeah.
And it was a big fad or whatever. But dude, that thing would keep you like, I mean, you would sweat. I mean, you would just sweat everything out. And you would just feel good after.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
now it's just like,
Yeah. I mean, yeah, hot yoga would be rough, man. Because even like regular yoga, it's a little bit of a challenge.
it's tough. But I mean,
Yeah.
that heat helps your body just release all.
Oh
you know
yeah,
what I
that
mean?
makes
Yeah,
sense.
Yeah.
That makes sense. Yeah. Yeah, I'm down to try it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be cool. You want to go?
You gotta take a shower before and after. You know what I mean? 'Cause- yeah, it's, some stank in there.
I'll
Yeah.
hot yoga with y'all if y'all do hot Pilates with me.
yeah. What, hot works? You go to hot works or what?
Like a good exchange.
I go to, oh my gosh, it's off of Heebner, the Union.
Oh, that's where the Bikram was at. So like,
The union.
yeah, the Union. Yeah.
Okay.
So like, because of this whole Bikram
Yeah.
thing, this dude was like, apparently just like taking advantage of him being, what do they call themselves? The yogis.
Okay.
There was like this big old lawsuit, and all of these Bikram yoga studios, I
Yeah.
think, were part of that. And that one changed to the Union.
Interesting. Interesting.
Because Bikram was around. Yeah, Bikram was around everywhere. Like
Yeah.
you would franchise out a Bikram.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. So I think this guy's last name might have been Bikram or his first name, but I don't know. It's on Netflix, and we watched it whenever it came out. But
Yeah, that's
check
so
it out.
interesting, man.
Um,
Was it?
no, I wanted to jump at something. I didn't mean to cut you short,
no,
but
no.
segue off of yoga,
yeah.
Let's get away from
off of downward dogging.
Yeah. But yeah, I know you've been in real estate now for quite some time, and every time I see you, you always have like words of wisdom about what you've been through, and so like I seen you at the networking event a couple of months ago, I think, and he was telling me about like, hey, you know what, you should try this in your podcast, and giving me like information about how things are kind of done now compared to like, I don't know, I guess years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I definitely appreciate you, man, for,
Sure.
you know, the all the advice and what you know, whatnot you gave me through the years. But, kind of like just to touch base on like the real estate thing.
Yeah.
I just got to know you've been in for such a long time and you're with,
Coldwell Banker.
Coldwell Banker.
Okay. Okay. And how long have you already been a realtor?
So I've been a realtor for 5 years. Yes, 5 years.
5
And
years.
I've been in the industry, like just like mortgage related and stuff like that for a while. But independently for about 5 years.
Okay. And so this year, I know you said things have been pretty good for you, even though based on the market looking like I don't know.
Yeah.
Like that ugly stepchild, like
Yeah.
but you still have been productive in it. So do you think this was like a down year still for you, or you think
Oh man, I think this is honestly, if people are transparent and they're well educated, for the realtors that are putting in the work and doing their research, I think this is going to be one of the best years in several years, man.
That's what I think too.
Yeah, I think so, man. I think this year is going to be the neutralized year where things are getting back to normal. You know, that the video that I released talked a lot about that, and it's very clear, man. Clear in the historical data and stuff like that we're getting back into a balanced market. I think the biggest thing right now, this first quarter, I think we're in the second quarter already, right? Is that it's just the common, like the people that are not in real estate is having the right mindset, and I think this is where the people who are actually looking into real estate stats are getting a lot of that leverage, because unfortunately, like, someone that just is interested in buying a house, they're hearing what the mass media is saying. They're hearing that the rates are incredibly high and all this stuff, and it definitely offers that fear. So once they actually dive into the facts and dive into the local data, man, it's very clear that this is a very healthy market right now, you know, and not like very healthy, like it's the best time and blah, 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 but it's a really good time, you know?
Yeah.
And like I said earlier, it's really just San Antonio, man. I can't speak for anybody else. San Antonio, surrounding cities, because we are estimated to continue growing in value, the rest of it are just variables, you know? There's this really cool, and I'm pretty sure everybody's heard it, but it's, what is it? Married the home, date the rate or something like that.
Yeah.
And that can never be so true, man, because especially in this time frame, if we continue to grow, we talked about Austin being so compact, right? With Austin and stuff like that, the variables are different. San Antonio is so big. There's so much room here, and they're growing consistently. The amount of homes that are still being built from ground up are still expanding. There's a lot going on the east side because there's so much growth. There's not any projection for the home values to even hit a stagnant point. Since 2008, dude, whenever the craziest thing with the housing market.
Housing crisis.
Yeah, so literally before that, right, we've seen an increase on average, I think, I don't want to get the number wrong, but there's been a consistent increase in home values. 2008 was the only year that it didn't grow. But it didn't decrease the home values. It still just didn't grow. And ever since then, home values continue to grow.
Yeah.
So if we put that in really true perspective, for someone this year, if they're interested in buying, they have the assets to do it. And if you're interested in selling, it is a good market. You just got to be strategic. You know what I'm saying? And you can get ahead of all the unaware people that are still living in this weird fantasy of selling their house for overvalue and being competitive and having this car dealer salesman. If you're educated, man, this is really, there's a lot of people missing the pocket. One thing that I've learned in real estate is that whenever it's a bad market, I think kind of in stocks too, right? They say that when it's a bad market, start diving in, and it's worth it. Once again, at least in San Antonio, if everybody's saying it's a bad market, take a closer look, because there's always variables in every market that you can benefit. You just got to know how to navigate through that. You know, and as of right now, I strongly feel 2024 is going to be a launching pad for a lot of established, educated realtors. And unfortunately, and I don't wish negative on anybody, but for those who are not putting forth that effort and really doing the research, that just got into real estate because it was like a hot time in the COVID, we're going to start seeing a lot of those people weed out, you know, because it's a lot of work, man. Like, a lot of people feel like real estate is bank and all that stuff, and it's so much work.
I think a lot of them already have kind of dipped, you know what I mean? And for me, I'm cool. Let's clean it up, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Get them out of here.
The main thing about that, man, my biggest thing about that is that it's just when there's so many, when the real estate market is oversaturated. I'm honestly not concerned about the business, the money making part of it. I'm concerned about the reputation or like the idea that people get off of real estate agents, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So like, and the thing about it is a lot of it is just one shot. That's just the Mexican came out of me. But
One shot.
One shot. But it's like one shot. So like if you get a real estate agent, right? And they give you really bad advice and all that, how likely are you going to really try to, you know?
Yeah.
So it's really important, man. Like, and I tell everybody that too is when you're looking for a real estate agent or you're trying to buy a house, interview your real estate agents, interview your lenders. You're choosing these people, you know? So now that a lot of them are going to be weeding out, it's just going to make it a little bit better across the board because the seasoned agents and the people who are putting forth the effort and really care about their clients, they're going to start seeing that. And then now the narrative that's being painted out there for social media can start changing to something a little more positive, you know? And so I don't know, man. I think 2024 is going to be amazing for a lot of people. And I don't know about the next couple of years, but what I do know is that with home values already anticipating on continuously increasing, it's a safe bet, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, even as a lender, like the agents make a difference, buy side and listing side. Like when people aren't as educated or, and it makes it even more whenever like you have not necessarily an issue, but maybe there's something that we need to talk out.
Yeah.
Like when you have somebody that's not as tenured, you know, they will build ideas off of assumptions or off of opinion or what they heard. When people are educated and they know what they're doing, it makes the transaction, they understand. Yeah. Okay, no, I understand that this is what we need due to this appraisal, or if it's an inspection thing, maybe it's I don't know, like a amendment that we need. I don't know whatever it may be, but like uneducated realtors make processes much more harder.
And you know what I realized too is uneducated realtors are combative.
Yeah.
And whenever I get a combative agent, I know either they're brand new or they're
yes, that's what I mean. Yeah. Combative, man. Yeah. Because they don't know.
Yeah.
And it's like, if you knew what you were saying, it's like, I want to put in an email sometimes, you sound dumb.
Yeah.
Send. You know what I mean?
Oh, dude, yes. Yeah.
And not just realtors, because I said realtors, we were talking about realtors, but it's anybody in the industry, right?
I agree with that. Yeah. And I noticed that too when I start talking, because the thing about it is like you have a buyer's agent, a seller's agent, right? Primarily the goal is to negotiate and represent your client, but ultimately you want the deal to be done.
Yeah.
So it's so silly, man, when I get agents that are like super combative. They're like, oh, blah, 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 or this way. I was like, look, we have the same goal in mind, man. Like this, we're together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, I get it. Represent your client. Do what's best for them. But there's no need for all this nonsense, right? It's just, it's very cut and dry process. At the end of the day, the choice need to be made in negotiation, right? So yeah, dude, that's, as soon as I see somebody combative, I was like, all right, you're new. Let's figure this out, you know, but yeah, 2024 is going to be good, man. It's going to be good for a lot of people.
I think so too, man. I think it's already trending to look really good. I'm more excited about 25 and 26. Because I think these next 2 to 3 years we're gonna have a really good run.
Absolutely, and I feel like even then too is like the standard, like the idea, right? Is real estate is hot from X amount to X amount, like March till like August, right, when school starts again, and then everything in between is like kind of slows down a little bit, and we haven't seen that pattern in a long time, but we're starting to see that as well. And I think for sure 25, 26, we're able to be a little more predictable because we're already starting to see that those patterns are starting to happen again. Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah, I did have an announcement, sort of, kind of.
Pregnant?
How did you know? So like me and him. So I started with him. It's been maybe 9 months.
I think so. Yeah.
Something like that. August, July of last year.
Yeah.
And I left Wells Fargo, and then came over to Model Mortgage with him. And man, things were great. You know, he's shown me the ropes. Like, dude's been like, man, the best mentor, you know, / friend, that you can ask for. And so definitely appreciate you, man. I don't probably don't tell you enough.
Yeah.
But yeah, as we went through time, he's helped me out, develop just being in the broker world, like, hey, how to structure things, how to talk to different clients. Like, I've done it for 3 years prior, but this is a different world. So learned so much and was like, man, super appreciative. But as we went on, you know, sales is a world like people talk like, hey, come over here to the dark side, NWO over here. So I'm like, I'm with the Wolfpack. Nah, NWO's better. So almost convinced me several times, and he's like, hey, do your research. You know, I just want what's best for you. So, the last like 2 months or so, things like heard more conversations, like it could be like easier.
Yeah.
So I was like, dang. So I did a lot of research and, got some information from like some of the lenders or whatever that we work with. So I was like, dude, I think I'm gonna just jump out on my own.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So, man, it's been nerve wracking. So I was like, you know what? I'm just going to just do it. I didn't really tell anybody about it.
Yeah.
I ran it by, some of my peers I have like relationships with, as far as realtors and whatnot. And they were like, dude, do it. So lo and behold, about 2 weeks ago, I think maybe actually today, maybe 2 weeks ago, I started Motivation Mortgage.
Dang.
We should have popped another bottle for that, man.
I know.
Like, congratulations.
Yeah. Appreciate it. So own brokerage. I mean, I do it from home right now. So, but I mean, I don't think I've ever, man, out of all the years I've been doing this, I've met a client in person once maybe.
Yeah.
So it's not like I need like a office setting. I will eventually get there.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, I've just opened everything up.
That's amazing, man. You know, there's a quote that I'm gonna mess up. But it says behind every fear, what is it? Behind every fear, there's, I don't know, something amazing. Basically, you know, and the fact that you were so scared to make the decision, and that's all super healthy, bro.
Yeah,
like I've learned that too many times in my career. Is like when I'm scared to do something, and I do the research, I do my due diligence, and I do it. There's always something beautiful behind that door, behind that wall. Mm-hmm. So it's exciting to see what's gonna come up for you, man. Like, you know, you took a risk. You know, you're doing it. You know, just don't give up and have fun with it. Learn a lot, absorb it, soak it all up, and it's gonna be great, man.
Yeah, awesome. I mean, so when I first started, and I didn't know you as well. Like, I know you were helping, but he's one of the first persons I hit up. Like, I'm like, hey, I messaged him like, hey, call me now. He's probably like, oh my God, this is emergency.
Leg. I got you.
I'm stuck.
I know. Where's the truck?
You still have the
truck. But I told him what I was doing, and he was like, oh man, that's so dope. And so he was like, if you ever need anything, hit me up, let me know. And so, I mean, he's been around even, you know, prior to that, but man, I appreciate that. Absolutely. Just because I was so stressed, like I'm not going to make any money. What's going to happen? And not saying I'm going to just, you know, knock it out the park. Hopefully that's the case. But I mean, I have people around me, that are able to help provide me that advice. And like, I mean, I look up to y'all. Like I think the best way to be able to do business is humbling yourself. And some people just like, oh yeah, I make all this money, this and that, which is cool. Like if that's what you like, but at the end of the day, if you can provide help to somebody and help them grow and then be able to kind of see that person like develop. I mean, I think that's like speaks volume.
Man. That's the best, dude, because there's nothing like I remember I read a book and I don't remember what it's called, but it's like the 80-20 rule. Ultimately is like you provide anybody, you help them out a lot, right? And you may not gain a lot then, but the end result of that is amazing, dude. They become successful and all that. And that in itself is amazing. But then the turnaround, you learn a lot from them in the long run too. There's things that you're going to learn that I'm sure you're going to give to all of us. You know what I'm saying? That we're, that's like, I never thought of it that way. So it's a gift that keeps giving and not in a monetary sense. It's just more on the social, let's grow together sense. And I think that's more important, you know? So that's super exciting, man. That's going to be great.
Yeah. So, I mean, I was telling her we're about to do like a golf. I'm sponsoring like a golf tournament or a sponsor in the golf tournament. Yeah, I got a hole. Yeah. It's like we did with the other tournament we're at, and I don't know how to play or nothing. So I'm just like, man, I guess I know you are like in getting into it, and I got a couple more friends. I'm like, I just need to find a day we can just all go out and I can just look ridiculous. And
I'm down too, man. I look ridiculous with you guys because I really want to learn this year. That's my goal. Is I want to, like, every year I pick something different because I'm weird, man. Like if I do too many things, I dedicate too much of my time, you know, and it ends up being a mess. But this year specifically, everything else has this foundation, but I would love to learn golf.
Yeah.
So I think probably next month. I don't even know what month it is, but next month I plan on getting my golf, my clubs and just going out there. Dude, that'd be amazing, and we can go out there and just figure it out.
I have the basics. I just need to fine tune everything.
Yeah.
Much more.
Yeah.
Like way more.
Yeah, and I'm sure we all have like friends that we can like link with and they'll help us out. But I think it'd be fun. All of us learn together anyway. We'll make a party out of it.
Yeah. No, my friends just make fun of me. That's all.
I told my dad about my dad golfs heavy.
Oh, does he?
Nice. Yeah, and he always said, "Oh, you need to get into him." Like, no, I'm not doing it. And so I said, you know what? I'm gonna tell him about this golf tournament and see if he went. It's like a 4-man scramble or whatever.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And so I hit him up. I sent him a text message. He usually takes forever. He's like trying to figure things out. Like, you sent me something, I can't see it. I'm like, oh my god, never mind. I don't even want to talk about it anymore. But he figured this one out and called me immediately right away. Hey, so do you need me to bring my balls and all my clubs? I got some other gear that you can. I'm like, look, it's just for the good cause. Nobody's winning any money. Like, he was like, well, I got a friend. He's an A player. I'm like, I want you to come because I want to, you to be able to have fun.
Yeah.
And I told my uncle too, like, just something real chill. Well, look, if we, I'm like, too much thought. Yeah. Let's be real chill with it. Have fun. And cool. I'm like, I know he's excited to do this with me because we don't do a lot of things like sports or activities together. Yeah. So dude's like blowing me up every day. Like, well, look, I already got these other clubs. I'm like, all right. So I got to hear his mouth like every other day, like sending me articles. I'm like, nah.
Well, you know what? I'll tell you what, man. If y'all are down, because when I get my clubs, there's what is it? High Valley Golf something off of Bandera. It's like a small 3-par.
Yeah, over there in Helotes.
Yeah, Helotes. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Sure.
Yeah, it's past Chap.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And they have a range, and they also have like a course.
Yeah.
So if y'all are down, I'm down to go out there.
I actually have a card. I probably have like 6 or 7 buckets on there.
Yeah. Oh, heck yeah.
Oh, really?
That'd be cool. We can practice on the range and then hit the course.
And then go hit the course. Yeah.
Dang, that's dope. Yeah, I'm down. I'm about to get some clubs here soon. So perfect.
Heck yeah, man.
You ready to start spending some money, man?
See, that's what I'm nervous about.
That's what I hear about too.
Yeah. And she wants to go, and she's like, her little sister works at, where is it?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if I can get a discount,
just without the discount, it's like $150 for the day. So imagine you go like 3 times a week.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah. I'll need to start off with like Top Golf on my drive, and then go to putt. I'm gonna work on my short game.
I'm for it. I'm down for all that because I really want to learn. And my thing is like, I don't think I'm ever gonna get like amazing, but I just want to know what I'm doing.
You just want to be good enough, right? Like that's me. Like I want to just hang and like be competitive and be able to like kind of smack talk a little bit.
Yeah,
you know
for
what
sure.
I mean?
But if you're ever down to disc golf, is hella fun.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
there's a spot like on the way over there, like off of 1560. I see a disc golf place.
Yeah,
going through there.
That's one I kind of go to. It's like that one's 3. Is it 3-par? Am I saying that right? 3-par.
Par 3,
right? Yeah, to where you get 3 shots, and that's kind of the run.
Oh,
yeah, but it's literally golf with discs, and they have different sizes and different weights and stuff, and it's actually a lot of fun, dude. Way more, and then it's like it's a smaller version of it.
Right.
The same concept. You can take like an ice chest, get some music, and walk around the course. It's a lot of fun.
Nice.
Yeah. It's
I see people playing it out there, and it'd be packed sometimes.
It's worth
checking. Is with the frisbee or
with the frisbee?
Okay.
Yeah. And I have 2 sets because me and my son go every now and then. And right now it's perfect weather, man. Just go out there and I'll take like a 6-pack, throw it in the ice chest. We have some like flower seeds and stuff, and then we have a little boom box we put and carry with us. It's like this one is like 9 courses, and some of them are challenging. They're in between trees, so you have to kind of like time it and stuff like that. But it's actually really fun. Yeah. So if I get that hooked to disc golf, I'm gonna be hooked
on golf. Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah, this is a lot of good things coming up in the future. So
yeah.
What you got planned for Fiesta? Anything?
Man, dude, I'm old. Look, I really love the concept of Fiesta and all that, but the crowds kill me, man.
Oh yeah. No,
like
same.
I find myself either in the line to grab a beer or in the line to the restroom. So I'm just like,
I've only been to Oyster Bake like one time.
Yeah, that's where we usually go.
I've never
Yeah.
been other than just random, like just walking through Fiesta, but
Yeah, I tried all of them just to have the experience, and my favorite, but it's kind of expensive, is that Taste of Northside.
oh yeah, I've heard
Yeah.
that's
Oh
really good.
yeah, I've
Yeah,
never
that
been.
one-
I heard it's good though.
Yeah, that one's pretty cool, but you do have to get there at a decent time because the vendors it's all inclusive, so they run out of food sometimes.
Yeah, there's good networking too.
Yeah, it's great networking. And then my experience there was a lot more open and it was less packed. So it just the experience there was a little bit better.
Gotcha.
But yeah, I think it's amazing what they're doing and all the funds that they're building for San Antonio, all that stuff. It's really cool. But yeah, just those crowds kill me
For sure,
me.
dude.
Yeah, they
Crowds, finding parking.
Yeah, all that
it
stuff.
never gets old.
I always overbuy the tickets and then like end up giving them, hey, bro, here's like 20 tickets or something. Just
People waiting on somebody like you. Like,
Yeah.
bro, I got a
somebody stay.
major come up.
Yeah, but that's really about it. I'm probably not gonna do much. I do a lot of the outside things, like anytime like a friend's throwing an event or something, I'll go out there and hang out with them. But yeah, nothing directly downtown.
Gotcha.
Yeah. What about y'all? You gonna do anything? Or?
I don't think I'm gonna be home for any of it.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
Yeah.
Be out there.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do oyster bake, but like my homeboys, Zoe and Tez went to St. Mary's, and so we've always done that. Like one of Zoe used to run, actually was the coordinator of putting everything together, like the stages and all this stuff. Like, so we've been around it since probably 2010, since I moved here.
Yeah.
So I always go to that, and then I usually try to go to like Nyasa one day just to say I did it, kind of thing. Like, hey, I was there, take a picture, drink a couple of beers, and get out of there. But other than that, I'm not like a real big like, hey, I'm doing. I think they have like Taste of New Orleans.
New Orleans, yeah.
I think they're making a new one to like Taste of Southside. I think.
Oh, really?
I think so. I heard that
Oh,
recently.
okay.
I don't know how true it is, honestly. But I think they're trying to stretch out there as well.
Yeah, this is the time of year people start to get ratchet. And so, I mean, don't get me wrong, I got some ratchet in me, but it's like, to a certain extent, I'm not out there like, let's go. But at the same time, I like to have fun. And so that's like, as long as it's not overwhelming and people are not like acting crazy, like I'm all about it.
Yeah, I mean it's fun, man. Like and Jessica said this too because we talked about this recently. We aired it earlier today, but like when you're there, the experience can be a little different. Like it's just getting there and then the concepts and all that and that is true. Like 'cause when I've gone there and I had a good time. They're making a lot of changes downtown too, so I'm pretty sure that the accommodations are gonna be a lot better. Have y'all been to the new Hemisphere Park? How they adjusted it? Man, dude, they had Jazz Festival at the end of last year, and it's so much more open. Like it's different, dude. They have like even little water things there for kids and stuff, and it's a big difference, dude. With everything going downtown too, like if they can spread out the fiesta in those areas, I think it'd be a lot more.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's get this last bite in. Okay. Let's go ahead and take this.
I'm just gonna pick a salsa.
Yeah.
I don't know which one. I think this is that small one.
Yeah. I'm gonna try this
The smaller looking one.
This one smells a little smoked.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's some roasted something in it.
I don't think it's that hot though.
Yeah.
Yeah, find out.
4 bites, dude.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, man, that one has good flavor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going back to that super hot one though, man. That one's good. Isn't it weird how we like to like curse those? Was it like
Talked about that before.
I wonder what the genetics is behind all that. You know what I'm saying? We need a little pain in our lives. I don't know.
I think it's like it's almost soothing too. Because once you burn yourself, whenever you take another bite, and kind of momentarily takes it away, but then you just keep getting your mouth hotter and hotter, and then
There's something behind that. I know it. Some psychology situation going on there.
for sure.
Yeah, that was good. Well, right now, do you have any upcoming like listings? Like, what do you have going on?
Yeah, man. So I have actually 4 listings coming up, dude. So I have one really, really unique opportunity out in Helotes. It's a private road. Literally, it's one road, dude. It's a neighborhood gated community. surrounded by $500,000 houses, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there are a bunch like 1 acre homes and stuff like that. So I have a house that's coming on the market next week. It's about 1.6 acres, and that whole street is owned. It's like one of those generational home passing things. So it's very rare that it goes on the market.
Mm-hmm.
I literally put my sign up there yesterday. I've already got like 6 calls, so it's gonna go by really quickly. So that one might not be available, but then I have one off of Tezo and not Gilbo, but in that area. So this property is actually going to really make a dent in the market in a good way because it has a very unique, amazing like oasis in the backyard. Pool is incredible, man. Like insanely big pool with the barbecue pit like built inside of it, and then it has like this tiki place. House is really good condition. The other properties I have one of Petranco in 1604, one of the largest homes, beautiful, brand new built, like only like a couple years old.
Mm-hmm.
And then I have another property out here by Shanefield that's going to be opening up. That's going to be available next month. So all those are going to be hitting the market within the next 2 months. And the way we set up our listings is that we do, once again, we talk about the numbers and stuff and try to get to where they price it as average as possible, like the actual right amount that it's worth.
Mm-hmm.
And the houses that we prepare all turnkey ready. So they're like, so when a buyer comes and looks at the property, it's just a matter of imagining themselves moving in versus like, oh, we have to fix as much as possible.
Right.
And obviously there's some times where, a seller doesn't have the ability to make all the adjustments, but fortunately, like everything that we have coming up is going to be prime. So it's going to be pretty exciting.
Nice, man.
Cool. Well, man, excited for all your things you got coming up in the future.
Appreciate it, man.
So I mean, definitely you have, what's your IG?
Yeah, so John Moses SA, you can find me there. I think across all platforms that should come up. But then the primary, so my YouTube channel is under John Moses, like Realtor, and then I have Real Talk. But the more I have a channel that's being built right now called Exploring San Antonio, and it's kind of like where I look at other places in San Antonio, all the fun stuff, like what's new. Like I did the whole VR one, that video's up already.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sort of like Frankie's.
Things to do in San Antonio.
Yeah, for sure. So, and we did that. I did West Avenue tacos and stuff like that. So, but it's not only going to be food, it's going to be like everything. Eventually I'm going to do all of the downtown, like river walks and stuff. That's coming up. So you can already subscribe now though, Exploring San Antonio. And then I'm very annoyingly active. So if you want to do something more fun, like the truck one, that's Road to Manhood SA. And then I have an Instagram and all that stuff for that. And you can find everything about the truck and then also just all this cool stuff. And I'm going to be making videos of all my hunting experiences eventually and golf experiences. So but it's really just that learning because I didn't do all that stuff when I was young. So I think it's going to be kind of fun, like me, 37 years old, learning how to do all this stuff.
Yeah.
So it's, a little bit of laughing my pain, but at the same time, maybe somebody will learn something out of it, and kind of get away from it. But
for sure. That's great, man.
Socials.
That's what it's all about.
That's awesome, dude.
Cool.
And dude has a ton of knowledge. So if you need something, hit him up. Obviously, about the trucks. I learned some stuff today that I didn't know. But also a great realtor as well, man. Good friend. So definitely appreciate you coming on.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, maybe we can do some more collaboration later on. Maybe be on your show.
Absolutely, man. You got to come on. It's a lot of fun. We'll do it again. We'll just do it again over and over. It'll be fun.
Awesome, man. Cool. Appreciate you, brother.
Cool. Appreciate you.
All right.
Yeah.
Peace.
I have to follow the IG channel right away.
Yeah, man. That'd be awesome.